Well, hi YouTube. Some call me Jim, and I'm making this video for two reasons. Well, three actually. The primary reason being because I don't make enough videos anymore, and I'm sorry for that. If you're watching my stuff and you're going, well, he doesn't make enough videos anymore, you're right. And I'm going to be changing that starting next week. Starting next week, I'm making a commitment to make more videos on YouTube and to make better videos. So that shall be exciting. The next reason that I'm making this video is because I want to test out some equipment I have. Hi there. I've got a live switch set up now, and I'm using this in my live shows. And so now that I know that it's working for this part, I'll go ahead and tell you that the live shows are going to be every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Central. Now, there's one exception to that, and only one exception. The live show this upcoming Tuesday, which would be January 26th, I'm bumping that back a day to January 25th at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. I'm just switching it from Tuesday to Monday because I've got some stuff going on that I need to take care of on Tuesday, so I might not be around. Now, if I'm around on Tuesday, I'll still do a show then, you know, just for the heck of it, but right now, it's not looking very likely. So that's number two. Now, here's the real reason I'm making this video. The real reason I'm making this video is because I have a rant today. I am not happy, and I think when you hear what I've got to say, maybe you won't be happy either. So, what is this rant that I'm talking about? Well, if you remember last year, there was this big problem with all these toys having lead coming over from China, and there was lead in the toys, and kids were sucking on the toys and getting sick, and it was just a really bad thing with all the lead poisoning and whatnot going around. And so last year, a act was put together called the Consumer Product Safety Improvement Act of 2008. Now, the CPS Improvement Act of 2008, the whole point of this was to make it safer for kids for toys and things. What the idea is actually a really good idea. It's, you know, let's make the toys safer. Let's require that toys be tested for lead. Well, there's a couple reasons that this good idea has gone bad, and it's gone too far. And when I read a bulletin posted by someone on Twitter this morning, and saw what one of the results of this is, I got really frustrated. I think this is just, it's terrible, and I think that if, like I said, if you see this video, you're probably going to be upset about this too if you care about children and literacy and reading and all that stuff. So, here's the deal. You'll have to forgive me, I've got a frog in my throat, and I'm not cutting because I'm doing this live. I need to get psyched up for these live shows, Tuesday nights, 8 o'clock, except for next week. So, here's the thing. The Consumer Product Safety Commission, which is the group that's kind of decided what this act means and how this act is going to be enforced, there's a couple things that they've decided that have made life hard for, you know, small business owners. And the number one thing is this requirement that every toy be tested is not based on what the toy is made of, where the toy is coming from. It's based off of how old the child is that plays with the toy. So if you're 12 and under, the toys that are designed for you have to be tested by this, well, not just this agency. Any agency that tests for lead can certify your toys that are lead-free. So that sounds like a good idea, right? What's the problem with that? The problem with that is that small business owners can't afford it. To have one single toy tested can cost several $1,000s because these labs, they'll charge you for all their lab time and the testing, etc., etc. And for example, there's a guy up here in Minnesota. He makes these little wooden toys. You know, they're just, you know, little wooden cars with little wheels with, you know, no metal on them whatsoever except the little pins, which are galvanized steel. And they're forcing him to have these toys tested. And even the stuff that doesn't even have the little pins in it, just other little wood knickknacks, he's got to have them tested because they're toys for children under 12. And he can't afford to do that. $1,000, that's like his entire profit for the course of, you know, what he does. So there's that one, and that one's a little bit disappointing because I think anybody who owns a small business is going to say, well, that's just not fair to the small business owners. Well, let's put that one aside because even if that one was, worthy of griping, it's nothing compared to this next one. So, this next one, yesterday, the Consumer Product Safety Commission, again, those people who take care of this thing, they decided that they're going to rule whether or not this lead testing should be expanded to include children's books. Now, you're thinking, children's books, what the heck? Well, the logic behind this is that during this whole lead scare, there were a number of incidents where children who were given these children's books that come with toys got lead poisoning. Now, in every instance of this situation, the lead poisoning itself was because of the toy and not because of the children's book. But that doesn't matter to them. They think that, well, the book comes with the toy, there could be transfer, there's something like that. So they say, well, let's test all the books. Here's why this is a problem. This would affect every library in America because existing books, the books in the library, they would all need to be pulled off the shelves and tested and certified lead-free before they can go on the shelves. And essentially, because the library as an organization is not as strong as it was years ago, decades ago, this essentially, from the Association of Library Advocates, they've said this will crush libraries. I mean, this is something that's going to push libraries over the edge, push libraries out of business. Now, I don't like that because, I know we're here on the internet. Oh, look, social media. Look, I'm camera 1. Look, I'm camera 2. Look, I'm camera 1. Wait, I'm not camera 1. This is nothing. This is gray. Look, I'm camera 1. And so, we're like, this is new media. We don't need the libraries, but we still need the libraries because there is stuff in those libraries that you can't get on the internet. And nothing, and I don't care what anybody says, nothing replaces the feel of paper when you're actually flipping through pages. I went to the library here a couple of years ago to do some family research on my genealogy, find out, kind of where my family came from. I found stuff in 2 hours in that library that I couldn't find searching for weeks on the internet. It's just so much better to have something physical, something paper that you can flip through and dig through. And so I'm a big advocate for libraries. I think that as a society, we need to remember that libraries are incredible. They're something that we can't give up. We can't lose. And so this act could very easily undermine the library system in the United States. And so what I'm asking you to do, if this bothers you as much as I do, I'm going to put a website down here somewhere at the bottom of the screen so that you can go over and see what I'm talking about. They articulate it much better than I do. If you agree with me that something needs to be done, on their website they list a phone number that you can call and speak with these people and say, hey, let's step back and think about this. Because I am for keeping kids safe, okay? I really think that keeping kids from dying from lead exposure and lead poisoning, that's incredible. That's awesome. I support that. But I think that this act has gone way, way, way too far. I think some of the stuff that they're mandating and requiring is just over-the-top insanity. And so, that's why I'm making this video. Oh my gosh, this is an incredibly long video. I apologize for the length of this video. But I won't apologize for the content. Get over there, check it out, check that website out, go over there. If you agree with me, call them, tell them, hey, knock it off, this is stupid, and let's see if we can do something and keep our libraries a better place for Americans. Till next time, some call me Jim, and that's all I've got. Later. Hey, I'm gray again. Wait. Now I'm blue. Oh, gray again. And that means we're done.